All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. Good afternoon and welcome back to the very first trading room of December. Happy December to everyone watching us live right now. All right, welcome back to another trading room for this week. The first one for this week, the first one for December. The time now is 2 minutes after 2. Happy to be back with you guys. Happy to go through some charts, look for some opportunities, and involving you in the whole process, right? I hope everyone is well wherever you are, waiting for the slow pokes to jump in, as Ash would say, waiting for the slow pokes to jump in. Jules, I can see you. Good afternoon. As always, thank you so much for joining us week in, week out. All right, definitely we appreciate the support and the love right there. All right. I'm interested to know who else is in the room. Exact. There we go. Holden FX. There we go. Peter is in the house as well, right? The usual suspects are in the house. We're waiting for the slow pokes now to jump in. All right. Standing by. I'm on buy on NASDAQ. Yeah, no, look, we already spoke about NASDAQ. We said what's going to happen. We'll go through the chart again. But look, you are on the right track, right? You are on the right track. Jason, I can see you once more. Good afternoon. All right. I think the usual suspects are back, right? I'm hoping that we're going to get more people in. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're joining us for the first time, please do subscribe. Let us push towards 10,000 subscribers before the end of this year. There's a couple of months, couple of weeks left. Almost a couple of months. There's a couple of weeks left. And yeah, let's go. Let's push. All right. So guys, I think without wasting time, let's jump straight into it. On my end, I think everything is sorted. And yeah, let's see what has been happening since the past week. What are the best movers? What are the worst performers? We spoke about the previous week. The dollar is doing something we're going to talk about. We're going to have a look at the DXY. We're going to have a look at the gold or the dollar pairs as well. And yeah, obviously you guys, I know that you like gold, you like looking at gold. We're going to have a look at it as well, right? Just to get the formalities out of the way, right? If you want to open up an account with us, tdmarkets.com is the website. If you go to account types, you're going to get different account that you can choose from. All right, we've got different options for you. We've got the standard, the mini, and the micro account. Just click on see more and then you will be able to see the specs. All right. Or also, we do have some education. So if you'd like to be a trader and learn how trading is, learn what it's all about, and like to be a market participant, all right, we do have some education for you. All you need is just an account with us, put a bit of funds in there, and then we will provide you guys with the necessary education to get skilled. All right. And yeah, so I think that's it. And also don't forget the Friday crypto decrypted session. All right. That happens every Friday at 2 p.m. Right. The crypto decrypted happens every Friday at 2 p.m. Also, do not miss that one. All right. So guys, I think let's get the session started. Where should we start? You guys let me know. Where should we start? What are you looking at? I can see Peter, you're already on NAS. All right. You're already on NAS. We spoke about NAS this morning. Right, in our opening bell. So if we start with NAS, look, the longer term price movement of this is towards the upside. All right, we are looking at a very bullish market. We've been looking at the very bullish market. And it seems like the correction is done, it's over. So if you take a parallel channel and then you draw a parallel channel like this, it seems like we have completed the structure. All right, we've completed the structure. And so where are we going now? We are going back to the top. All right, we're going back to the top. But just be careful of this, the next area of resistance, right? Be careful of that. Even though we're anticipating price to go all the way up and break the previous peak, but also just be careful of the structure here, right? Once we break past that structure, then we know we headed back to that peak. All right. So NASDAQ, it's proper. If you look at the lower time frames here, we do have actually an opportunity to look for a trade towards the upside. Also, just be aware of this possibility as well, right? Be aware of this possibility. So it might happen that this correction turns into a bigger correction, right? It might do something like this. It might do something like this, giving us a corrective structure, right? It's a possibility, but yeah, if not, then we should continue pushing towards the upside. All right, so NES, we are on track. We are on track. If you take a look at USD JPY, that should be correcting, I believe. Aha, there we go. We spoke about USD JPY. We spoke about the correction. We're anticipating price to head back to this top. All right, so that has not changed. To head back to this top. And then if it breaks that top, we'll see the next top, right? Because it could be that previous one. So this one is a very simple one also. The structure is still bullish, all right? The market has come back and tapped this zone here, right? It has come back and tapped this zone here. It could also try to tap this one, right? This structure. It could also try to come back and tap the structure, but we'll see, right? Whatever the case is, we've got a bullish cycle. We're looking for the C wave. So we're looking to take this towards the upside, all right? So wherever we get the higher low, we're anticipating price to push towards the upside, all right? So on the lower time frames, it's just a matter of time before this breaks out, right? Just a matter of time before this breaks out. We can see that we're in a flag pattern, all right? We're in a flag pattern. So just be on the lookout for the following. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. You see what's happening here? Let me put an arrow, right? I like situations like this. I mean, the same thing happened with NASDAQ, right? Situations where price creates something like this, it goes up, and then it breaks past this structure, right? With an arrow. It breaks past the structure. I like situations like this because now they give us a retest as a possibility. You see, as it is right now, it's giving us a possible retest and a continuation towards the upside. So meaning we could be getting something like this, right? So I like situations like this. If you take a look at NASDAQ, like I said, it did the same thing as well. Exactly right here, right here. I think US 30 as well. All right, it's about to do it. So yeah, so USD JPY, nothing has changed. Let me quickly go back to it. Nothing has changed. We remain bullish, right? Where's the chart now? There we go. Yeah. So should this price hold, then we're going to get that push towards the upside. So it just needs to hold in order for us to look for this, right? And it's just a matter of time before we break out of this. All right. So I think USD JPY has been one of the best performers for at least the second half of this year, because we've been speaking about price pushing up back to this high, right? If you guys remember, we've been speaking about price pushing up back to this high, and now we went past that high. So it's been good for the second half of this year. Similar with CAD JPY. CAD JPY has been one of the best performers, all right? So yeah, so USD JPY, there we go, there we go, there we go. And then as we take a look at gold, all right, gold has gone back to this structure right there. It has gone back to that structure. Now, the ideal situation that we're looking for on gold is either for it to create a correction so that we know a break is coming up, or it breaks up first and then forms that corrective flag before it goes up. That is the ideal situation, all right? So we are talking about something like this, right? Whatever it does here, if it does that, we're looking at something like that, and then, you know, one more push towards the upside. So now, yeah, gold, we're anticipating it to go back to that high. Right? At the moment, there's a slight correction, but it's coming from the previous structure. So it could continue, or it could turn into a bigger one. So what I'll be watching for is price reacting to the structure, and then from there, if the structure holds price, then we know that we are due for a break of this, right? We are due for a break of this. There we go, right? So whatever happens here, we're just looking for a continuation towards the upside. All right. So yeah, so gold, sticking to the same script, sticking to the same script. It has not changed anything as yet. We're just looking for a continuation to the upside. Euro AUD. Let's go. Euro AUD has been misbehaving. I won't lie. Right? It's been misbehaving. And yeah, there we go. It's been misbehaving. So previously, I'm not sure if it was in this session or not, but I spoke about price continue pushing towards the upside, at least going back to that top. This is what I spoke about the last time, right? But along the way, price action got messy, and then it's pulling down. So it's been misbehaving, all right? So what I'm looking at here is I'm keeping an eye on the daily time frame. I'm keeping an eye on this 8-hour low. Let me do this. There we go. This 8-hour low here, right? There we go. So we still have this high that formed, right? Although it's a week, we still have that high that formed. Now, you see now I'm on the 8-hour, 4-hour time frame. This is how it looks like. If price breaks below this zone here, let me actually highlight it, right? So if price breaks below that zone, then we could be changing and going down, right? But as it is, I'm keeping an eye on what's going to happen here. I'm keeping an eye on what's going to happen. I'm anticipating a rejection and a continuation towards the upside around this zone, all right? But if now it comes back to break this, then chances are we're going all the way down. So it's been misbehaving. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. But from a shorter term perspective, let me do this. If you look at this on the 15 minutes, right? If we take this as a corrective structure like this, right? Something like this, then we could be looking at a short-term bullish move back to this top, right? A short-term bullish move back to that top, just to trade within the structure, because according to this, we would be anticipating price to do this, and then go up one more time, which could ultimately lead us back to this top, or even break that top and go to that top there, right? So these would be excuse me, this could be the situation I'm looking for, right? If we get a push towards the upside, then we're looking at price going back to that top, because it is the top of this possible structure. You see that? So one more push. But other than that, I'm just going to wait to see what's going to happen, right? If it goes down from here, then it's okay. But I think, yeah, we'll have to wait for that. But for now, just looking for this one more push up. That is short term, right? What could happen? So yeah, but other than that, yeah, it's been misbehaving. Let's just give it a few more hours, a few more days to see how it will react, right? How it will react. Yeah. So Euro AUD, this is what we can currently see. Yeah, as long as you get your setups, all right, then maybe one more push towards the upside. Yeah, one more push towards the upside. All right, so that is Euro AUD and gold. Just be patient with Euro AUD, right? Euro AUD and gold. Now, Euro USD. Let's go back to Euro USD. All right. Where is Euro? Let me just find Euro USD here. There we go. Aha. Now, Euro USD, right? A couple of things here. Couple of things. All right. Now, it seems like Euro USD is preparing for one more push down. The reason I'm saying that is this reaction, this price reaction, right? What do we get? Or what can we see? So this is a bearish structure, all right? And then we've got a lower low that we know, right? That we spoke about yesterday. Not yesterday, but some time back. And then the previous update on this was that we are most likely going to go down from here, right? We're going to go down and we're anticipating price to go all the way down. But now along the way, look at how price changed towards the upside. So because of how deep this pullback was, right? It gives us this possibility. It gives us possibility of price going up, breaking this top, and then from there doing this, right? Simply because this is it's turning into a continuation pattern. Turning into a continuation pattern there. You see how it is? So this is the wave. This is the movement we're anticipating. One more push up to create a new high, and then a continuation down. And this is just one of the patterns, guys, right? Within the Dow theory wave analysis, this is just one of the patterns, right? It's called a regular flat pattern, right? A regular flat pattern. So what we can see, right, from maybe our lower time frames, we can see one more push up, right? We can see one more push up as long as we break this top. We can see one more push up and then one more push down. So it's up to you whether you want to capitalize on the bullish move and the bearish move, or you want to just capitalize on one of them. It's entirely up to you. But these are the two possible movements we anticipate price will create, right? So this would be like your trend here. This would be like your trend. And then we've got this here. Price is consolidating around that. There's a possibility we can still come back down here. Whatever the case is, whatever the case may be, we are looking for that. We are looking for that. So there we go. That is our Euro USD, right? Before I get to AUD JPY, I can see there, good afternoon, USD ZAP. Before I get to those, let's quickly have a look at the DXY. Let's quickly have a look at the DXY. All right. Let's quickly have a look at the DXY. Right. This is the DXY here. All right. So the DXY, like I told you guys the last time, there's a possibility we're going to go up to 101.750, right? Because of what's happening down here. Now, this recent bearish move we see right now here, right? It has come back to tap this low again. Let me show you. I'm just gonna move this. There we go. So I'm watching out for this low. It has come back to tap this low. We can see it's a previous higher high, right? Previous higher high there. The market is coming back. So now my thinking is we are going to reject this zone and continue the push towards the upside, because this bearish wave has not changed anything, right? Has not changed anything. We are still trading within this. So now what I'm looking at is price just, breaking out of this, right? Look, whatever happens there, price just bouncing from this and then pushing towards the upside, right? So that is what we can take from the DXY. And now if you go to Euro USD, which will be the inverse of this, is this here, right? Euro USD, we're looking for that push down, but it could first go up before it does this. You see how it is? So yeah, so just to give you guys just a more breakdown of this. AUD JPY, we should be going up on AUD JPY, right? We should continue. Aha, we've gone up. Look at that. My goodness. Proper analysis, spot on analysis, right? Remember we spoke about price. It was correcting at the time, right? And then we said it's gonna go up, right? You guys can watch that previous trading room I did. So we've gone up. Now, what do we see now? Let me go to the daily, maybe the weekly. All right, so what I would do here is we could go as far as that high, right? You see that weekly time frame high. We could go as far as that. But now what we would want is for price to break out of this, right? If you're already in a trade on this one, I would say manage it, right? And then we are looking for price to break out of that, right? Let it break, let it give us a possible retest, and then we know we're going up, just like that. And then we'll look for our setups once it's done, once it does that. So as it is now, it's trading within the C wave. The cycle is about to complete. So we're looking for the new cycle, and then and a new cycle towards the upside. So nothing has changed on AUD JPY, right? We are going all the way back to that top. Yeah, back to that top. Good afternoon. I'm well, thank you. I'm well. I trust all is well on your end, King. USD ZAR. Let's go to USD ZAR. USD ZAR is still going back to that low. All right. I think I was looking at it yesterday, and it's going back to that low. Let me open up the chart. That's 16. I think it's 16 something. 16 something low. There we go. Let me zoom in. Oh, it's 17. Yeah, it's 17. All right. So what do we see? There we go. So this is the structure we're working with. Right, this is the structure we're working with. Now, we've got this low down here. And with this one, we have this structure on the left here, right? This structure on the left could be a problem. It could cause a problem. This on the left, right? We have come from this lower high. So as it is right now, right, in terms of this current structure, it is still bearish. But now, this could be a problem, right? This support could be a problem. So in terms of the structure, we're still bearish. And with this one here, the approach would be, if you in a short already, just manage the short, and then let's see if price will break so that it continues to the target. All right. But if it happens that we're starting to pull towards the upside here, then let's see the lower time frame structure if they're gonna change, right? You see, as it is right now on the 1 hour, there's nothing pretty much that you can do. All right. But if this was to change towards the upside, then we are looking at, I think it's trying to create a channel here. It is trying to form a channel, something like this. There we go. Something like this. Aha, there we go. This is how I would draw my channel. All right. That right there is just the spike. So we're trading within this channel. And now it gives us two possibilities now. It gives us this possibility maybe to find a lower high somewhere or to continue going down, right? Which is not kind of like a nice price action. But overall, if we stick with the bigger structure, then the bigger structure tells us to continue going down unless this support holds price and then it pushes towards the upside. Right, I hope that makes sense. So this is currently what we can see on on USD ZAR at the moment. This is what we can see at the moment, right? So yeah, so let's stick with the bigger structure unless the change happens here. But let's stick with the bigger structure. All right, we've got Palantir as well. It's been a while since I analyzed Palantir. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. Let me do this. All right. So Palantir hasn't changed the trend. All right. We are looking at a correction, obviously within a trend. We're looking at the correction. Now, in terms of this correction, right, we have this previous low. We've got this previous low. We need to be aware of this low because there's a possibility we can go and retest that low and go back. All right. So a couple of things to maybe watch out for. First things first, we have this channel. We've got this channel. We can see our price is trading, right? Now, a break of this channel, then we are anticipating Palantir to either go back to this price. I think it's 188.50 or the previous high of 207. Right, let me just type it there, 207. All right, somewhere here. So now, are we ready to go back as yet? Right, that is the question now. Now, the answer with that could be that we have not really broken out of this structure, right? Let me just do this. We haven't really broken out of this structure. So a couple of things to watch out for, right? We're looking for this, but now there's a possibility we could come back down one more time before this happens, or we could get a break and go up, right? Remember, the market can go down one more time, right? One more time. We've seen that happen plenty of times. So here we have that possibility where you can go down one more time before we get that push towards the upside. All we want is a higher low. That's all we want, a higher low. So Palantir is still very much bullish. Just a matter of time before that correction completes. And from there on, we are then going up. We're going up. So yeah, so keep an eye on that. USD ZAR, nothing has changed. Palantir, we're looking for the break. Right. And then we've got USD Joy. USD Joy. Resigo, USD Joy. Resigo means joy, right? Unless so Resigo means, I think Resigo means joy. I'm not sure. So you're looking for USD Resigo, USD Joy. I'm just joking. USD JPY. We actually spoke about it, all right? Let me just find it here again. Yeah, USD JPY. Yeah, this one is moving. It's moving. Right? We are still bullish on this one. It's moving, right? You see this correction here? Right, this correction completes. We are going up. That's it. Right? It's trying to find a higher low at the moment. So we're just looking for a continuation towards the upside. That is USD Joy. I'm kidding. USD JPY. JPY. All right. So yeah, so let me go through a couple of more setups, guys. All right. We've been talking about USD CAD, USD Swiss, CAD JPY, the yen pairs. We spoke about the yen pairs the last time I was with you guys. So going back to USD CAD, right? USD CAD, this one seems like the trend has resumed now towards the upside. So this is a correction here, right? We've got this as a correction right here, right? So that correction, it has found the low. So we're anticipating now price to push back up. So this move towards the downside is not changing the trend as yet. It was just a part of the correction, all right? So the first correction was this one. And the anticipation was that we're gonna go up. So along the way, this correction became a bigger one. It expanded itself. So where the market is right now, we are looking for price to continue trading higher. Where the market is right now. All right. So USD CAD, if you look at USD Swiss, we do have a correction also there. There we go. This is now similar to what we see on USD JPY. Right? The market is tapping this zone one more time. I've got this support here. Price is tapping it. And so from here, we're looking for a continuation towards the upside, right? Bearing in mind that this can also go down one more time before it breaks out, right? So this is nothing but a clear pattern. And the previous high is here. So one more push back to that high is what we're expecting now. All right. So USD Swiss, I think, is giving us a proper one. GBP JPY, yeah, this is not the best of price action. I'll explain why, right? So we have a bigger structure here. We've got a bigger structure. And then within this bigger structure, we have a smaller structure. But the smaller structure is in the opposite direction, right? So according to the bigger structure, the direction we're looking for is this one, towards the downside. All right. But now we have this as a smaller structure now. So according to the smaller structure, we can get one more push up according to the smaller structure. So you see now how we've got two structures with different directions. It's not giving us the best of price action, right? So in a scenario like this, where you have, according to this, you've got one more push up, and according to that, you've got one more push down. In a scenario like this, right, I would rather stick to USD Swiss, because USD Swiss, this price action is proper, right? The correction expanded itself. Well, yeah, well, we can say that, right? So we had the bigger one here, and now according to the small one here, we are getting, sort of the kind of like that expansion, right? So one more push up and then this. So for now, I'm going to stay away from GBP USD as yet, right? And also, to make it even more complex, to make it even more complicated, have a look at this. Remember this one on the daily time frame. Remember this one on the daily time frame, right? We've got this, and then we've got the inner structure, and then another inner structure. You see how it is? So now I'm gonna stay away from this one for now, right? I don't think it's giving me like a proper price action in terms of probabilities, right? I'm gonna stay away from this one and instead have a look at Euro USD, have a look at gold. You see how gold is just proper, right? Because we're just looking at a continuation up, right? USD Swiss, the same thing. USD CAD, the same thing. All right. So yeah, so proper. So USD CAD. Let me do this here. Let me just show you the possibilities here. All right. So now have a look at this. I'm on the 4-hour time frame, right? On the 4-hour time frame, you see now we don't want price to break this low, right? We don't want price to break that low because already now we're seeing a bit of momentum pushing up. So now this one, I'm looking at this price and I'm looking at this price as well, right? These two prices. So for myself, I see an opportunity to go back to this high or to go all the way back to that high. All right, which is going to be a proper one. So just find your setups, but this could be moving very soon. Sure. Should this break out of this? Yeah, I don't think it could be all the way down there. I think, anyway, it's fine. Should this break out of this, then we're gone. We're gone. Yeah, no, I got it. You meant USD JPY. Yeah, you meant USD JPY. Resejo means we are blessed. We are blessed. No. Definitely, we are blessed for sure. Resejo, we are blessed. Yeah, so USD CAD, looking at one more push up, right? Looking at one more push up. And then if we take a look at, so USD JPY, we've spoken about that. AUD JPY, CAD JPY is another one. All right. So CAD JPY, this is that possibility there. This is that possibility. All right. So now you see here, we could be getting a similar thing where the correction expands itself. So the last time we spoke about price breaking out of this and then pushing up, right? The last time we spoke about this, and now it seems like we're getting a move down. It seems like this thing wants to expand itself as well, right? It wants to give us something like this. So if it does that, then we are looking at this low. So say for instance, we've got this, right? Any movement towards the downside, we're looking at price coming back to this low. And then somewhere from this low, we're looking for a push up. I'm also seeing that it could come back to tap this low again, right? It could come back to tap this low one more time. Well, I think that's a setup for me. Yeah, this is a setup for me. We're breaking, we're coming back for a retest, but we're creating a bullish continuation pattern upon the retest. I think this is a good one for me there. All right, that is CAD JPY. AUD JPY, this one, nothing has changed. We're looking up, we're looking bullish. GBP JPY. We spoke about GBP JPY, right? We are almost there, guys. Look at this. We are almost there. In fact, right now, we have a correction. We've got a correction that's forming right now. We've got a correction that's forming because the trend is bullish. We've got a correction that's forming right now. So let me do this. Yeah, we've got a correction that's forming right now. I think it could, okay, within the zone. Brilliant stuff. So, no, you know, it doesn't matter what's going to happen here. According to the trend, we need to complete this cycle, right? We need to complete this cycle. Even if this correction here just corrects down, and then later on it does this, it doesn't matter what's going to happen. We just need to complete this cycle. So GBP JPY, an update on this one. Nothing has changed. We are still looking bullish, and this could be the zone with keeping an eye on, like this zone, like this, with keeping a close eye, and then one more push towards the upside. Yeah, so USD JPY, proper stuff. Hey Robert, how's it? Let's see what else, guys, must we look at? All right, I've gone through my setups. What else do you want us to? Silver has broken the top. Silver has broken its peak, right there. It was a good one. I remember some of you guys were holding a buy on silver, right? And it went to break its peak, its top there, right? So let me clear this chart. Let's see what we can expect next. Well, at the moment, we don't have a setup at the moment, right? We don't have a setup unless price comes back to retest this, right? Unless we are looking at a situation, let me see, wait, let me do this. Unless we are looking at a situation where we have the FIP expanded levels, right? Like your 161.8, it's a FIP expanded level. Maybe if we can keep an eye on that level, right? Price go up, keep an eye. If this level gets rejected, if that level gets rejected, then we could then start to look for a possible retest of that zone. So something like this. So here we are looking at a combination of the FIP expanded level, as well as the top of this channel, right? So I don't know. On Thursday, let's see what's going to happen on Thursday there. If we get like a reaction from this, then we could be coming back to test this area, right? We could be. So let's just wait on it. Wait on it, right? Euro NZD. Let's have a look at Euro NZD. Euro NZD. Aha, there we go. All right, so let's see. Euro NZD. So Euro NZD. Let me just check a few things here. Okay, so a short-term move on Euro USD is going back to test this structure, right? Going back to test the structure. We have a neckline here, right? So what I would anticipate here is for price to go back and test the structure, right? Meaning that whatever happens around here, it's a messy price action, but the idea would be to look for something like this, right? So we've got a bit of structure. Here. So the idea would be trying to get price to reject this and then giving us a correction. So we would be looking at a correction of this impulse down, right? Although the cycle hasn't changed, right? We're still within this bullish cycle. So now the C wave would be looking for would be to first go there, right? And then from there, let's see if this can act as a resistance, go down, or continue going up, right? These are the possibilities once we reach that zone. But apart from those possibilities, there's one more push towards the upside. All right, so let's look at the 4 hour, the 1 hour. Let's see what we can use. Yeah, this price action is not really moving with a lot of speed and aggression, right? It's just moving slow, moving slow. Yeah, it's just moving slow. Maybe it might gain speed from there, but it's just moving slow at the moment, right? So looking for a retest, which this could be a short-term buy. If not, then it will most probably change. If not, and then we'll discuss those changes, right? Should there be any changes, we'll discuss them, because we're looking at this here. The way it's going up, it's moving up in a channel, right? It's moving up in a corrective pattern. So yeah, so looking for this. Should there be any changes, we'll discuss those changes. Should there be any changes? So that is how Euro NZD is at the moment, right? Bitcoin. Let's go to let's see what Bitcoin has done actually. Let's see what Bitcoin has done, right? In terms of the fundamentals and the emotion behind Bitcoin, or the price of Bitcoin, nothing has changed, right? In terms of that, nothing has changed. Price is just trading within this bearish structure, all right? On Friday, I spoke about this area, right? If price rejects this zone, then we are pushing back to the zone there, right? So it's a bit of a mess at the moment. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess at the moment. It's a bit messy, rather. It's a bit messy. All right. So yeah, so let's go to the 4 hour. Let's see. Let me just see what's happening here, guys. All right, let's see what's happening, what we can expect. Yeah, so what I would expect from this price action is for price to first go back to this top, right? For price to first go back to this top here, right? This is what I would, this is what I would anticipate, for price to go back to this top. And then obviously the bigger structure is still bearish, so there's a higher probability that we're gonna do this afterwards, right? There's a higher probability. Yeah, so first to go back there. If we go back down, then we know we're going all the way down like that, right? And yeah, so first I would anticipate price to go back there. This for now is a short-term move, right? It's not kind of like a big move, just a short-term move back there. All right. As a beginner trader, when are we allowed to trade? Yeah, look, as a beginner trader, I don't think you've gone through the lessons that will allow you to start putting together a trading plan, to start putting together some setups, right? Because what happens is this, right? What's happening is this. In our beginner classes, right, we we go through some foundation of trading, especially in terms, in terms of technical analysis. We go through some foundation, right? Now, that is just one level for you to be able to go to the next level, which is the advanced. In the advanced level, that's where now we focus more on setups, we focus more on trading plans, and we focus more on the process of looking at the market and looking at some trade ideas, looking at some setups, right? That is a process. So I think at the moment, I'm not sure, but I think you're not there as yet, right? So if you in the advanced class already, then I believe that you are busy with that process of identifying setups, of knowing which setups to trade, which ones not to trade. Because as a trader, right, we have what we call our go-to setups. I'm not going to get deep into this, but we have the go-to setups. The setups we believe that there's a higher chance of price moving in our direction. And then there are those setups where it's kind of like a 50-50, right? So we need to understand the two so that we understand that a higher probability trade is a trade that usually takes time to form. So we need to wait for things to line up so that it tilts the odds in our favor, all right? So yeah, so just not to deviate much on there. When are you allowed to trade? I mean, you can trade anytime you want to trade, provided that you know your setups, right? You know your setups, which is what we go over in our advanced class. You know your setups, and then you are either creating a trading plan or you have one, right? Because it's important that we have a trading plan. Without a trading plan, it's a recipe for disaster, right? And I don't know if that answers your question there, Resejo. Right, let's see if it answers your question there. All right, I hope it does. I hope it does. All right, cool stuff. So ladies and gentlemen, we've gone through some setups, and just in closing, right? In closing, you see now these sessions that we have with you guys, especially this year, right? I think 90% of you guys have been attending these sessions, and then you've seen the moves play out, right? I mean, an example would be, let me go to CAD-JPY. I like speaking about it because there's a lot of education to take out of CAD-JPY. So CAD-JPY, we've been focused on this move since early this year, right? And what has happened is each and every week we look at CAD-JPY. We've been following the same trend, right? The updates we would make is only through corrections. If the market corrects, let's see if there's any changes or of that. But my point is, you've been through most of these movements, right? They've played out right in front of your eyes. So take this as a lesson, guys, right? Take it as a lesson, and the more you see these movements play out, the more it will just add on to your skill, and you'll be able to forecast such movements. So yeah, so I believe that you are there, right? You're just there. So continue attending, guys, and yeah, let's see what's gonna happen. We've been sticking to the same script. We have not changed much in terms of the direction, and we stick with it, right? This is called swing trading. We're looking for swing moves, all right? And yeah, from my side, that's it, guys. That's it. Thank you for joining us. Please subscribe, like, and share. I need to join the crypto classes. Yeah, no, the crypto classes. Let me do this. Yeah, so tdmarkets.io. tdmarkets.io is our crypto exchange platform, right? Crypto exchange platform. So when you sign up to our TD Markets exchange, it's gonna take you to the platform. This is how the platform looks like. This is our crypto exchange, where you can exchange cryptocurrencies, right? Or derivatives, where you can trade derivatives. All right. So it's a little bit different to FX, but this is how our platform looks like, right? I just need to log in. Let me just log in here. Yeah. So I need to get that sorted out. Yeah. So it looks something like this. This is our crypto derivative platform. All right. So tdmarkets.io, sign up, and then you can stand yourself a chance to claim your 50 ZAC that you can use to trade 50 ZAC. Yeah. And then obviously we'll talk more. And then also every Friday at 2, we have the crypto-centered trading room, right? So do join us at 2 this coming Friday to get more details. And yeah, but it's all about our exchange. It's all about our exchange. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it from my side. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day 2 of December. And I'll catch you guys on Thursday. All right. Cheers, everyone.